Tonight, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 1 of the NFL preseason on EA Sports. The Carolina Panthers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time, but admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
On the return, here's Parker Washington. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Lawrence going to put it up right away. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22. On first down, Lawrence dancing to his left. And that is caught downfield by Thomas. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas, 49 yards. And the Jaguars need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not, just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
They'll start on the ground with Brooks. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. In motion left, that's Thielen. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Young on 3rd down. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now Lawrence to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Derek Brown in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. Open man is Kirk, complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll make the score 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Lawrence. Buying time to his left. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
4th down. Here's Lawrence. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So what a start. It's not often you even get 3 possessions in a first quarter, but he now has 3 touchdown passes. Now McManus for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. 5 plays there on that drive, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. And he's off to a very poor start. 2 passes, 2 interceptions. He'll try and see if he can complete a few to the good guys here as he starts 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
On 2nd down, Brooks. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. 3rd down and 6. Young working out of the gun. This ball taken in here by Brooks. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 21-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throw left side, complete to Ross. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. Slot man moves right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Off play action. McCann. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The rookie from Oregon on target with that one. It leads to a 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This 1st half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. McCann. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. McCann. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this will stay a 3-touchdown game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright. And they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now Stidham, off play action. They'll roll him out right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Stidham's throw taken in there by Cooks. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19. Now it's Stidham. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now a first carry here for Robinson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. To throw is Stidham. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Robinson trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Robinson is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the route is on here in this 1st half. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, McCann. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So not a good start for this rookie quarterback, already trailing in this 1st half, and that's going to make things worse.
Well, back in my day, this was not unexpected out of rookie quarterbacks. That's why a lot of coaches didn't want to play them. But coming out of college now, they throw it all the time. This is a little bit unexpected, the way that he's playing here.
McManus's point after is good, and the route is on here in this 1st half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this 1st half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And he's got his man on the out route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, McCann. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. McCann. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll get you. Well, we all missed football in the offseason, but apparently not everybody missed halftime. We skip right over it. We get back to the action. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. This is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. Devon Hamilton with the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
From the gun on 3rd down, McCann working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw. McCann, room past the 35. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. On 2nd down, Evans looking for space. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. McCann. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
He's going to launch it for Washington. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. 2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte. Now it's Stidham. Oh, and that is incomplete.
A oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On third down, Robinson.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down.
Here's Logan Cook now.
And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
They'll try and throw for it with Stidham. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
46 the mark.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Back to throw. McCann. On the screen, this is Evans. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So the call there, roughing the passer.
Well, the preseason's time for working out the kinks, but sometimes you've got some defenders who are too eager to impress, trying to make this team. And that time we saw one take a shot at...
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jonathan Brooks, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. The extra point by Mevis is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Robinson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. On first down, Stidham. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Stidham sets to throw on first. Over the middle, complete. That's Washington. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Let's go, Pete. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Check 3, check 3.
They'll run with Robinson.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Stidham. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. They start the drive with Evans. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And they'll go right back to Evans. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Up the middle with Brooks here. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, it's Stidham. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Here's Stidham to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. Here's Stidham. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Eluding the pressure right. That almost but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. They'll try and run for it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Oh, Stidham's actually going to throw it. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Stidham. Looking middle, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Stidham. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Oh, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this fourth quarter.
Throwing on first down, McCann. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ross. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here.
You talking about? There's no something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, babe.
Red on red. Hey, Ron! Silver!
want and I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm not giving up, come on, we got nothing left to lose. I've been here from the start, you know I'm not going anywhere. I don't give it, tell me what you want, you can get it. Tied up, bad vibes, bad luck, been swinging like a boomerang. Dried up, all talk, no bite, now we're coming like a hurricane. Pull the curtain back, everybody wants to get some. A surprise attack, you and me together coming at you like a hurricane. Tell me what you want right now. Ooh, let everybody talk right now. So tell me what you want right now. You can get it. Tell me what you want and I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm not giving up, come on, we got nothing left to lose. I've been here from the start, you know I'm not going anywhere. I don't give it, tell me what you want, you can get it.
Hold up, coming out of me, lightning bolt electricity. Blow up, tearing at the seams, yeah, I see it unraveling. Pulling back the curtain, got the sun in my eye. Everybody, they've been hurting, but they push it aside. Every person is a person with a different disguise. Feels like I'm on a desert island and it's Lord of the Flies, right?
Watch out for your neck, a wrecking ball is swinging.
Tonight,
From Commanders Field in Landover, Maryland.
it's week 2 of the
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Now Lawrence now going to move him around. On first down, right back to Etienne.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd and 10. On play action, Lawrence. This is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jags put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
It's never any fun, Brandon, when you're the defensive team and the first drive of the game, you give up a touchdown. The key is not to get down. Make those adjustments and come back for your next series with the intent of shutting them down.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100-plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. It's taken to the 26. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They go play action now. Lawrence. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. And they're going to speed things up here. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line. Here's Lawrence to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. And they'll run with Etienne. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Lawrence. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Play action. Now it's Daniels. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Daniels. And this is incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Daniels looking to throw. That's caught by Sennett. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Hubbard. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Robinson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the second quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now Lawrence. Being chased out left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Steps away to his left. And he's got his big tight end here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Play action. It's Lawrence sliding out of the pocket to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the 3rd quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here 2nd and a yard from the 34. Mon now off of play action. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Mon going to throw it. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, 76 yards. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure,
he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 34 in Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. 2nd down, Stidham to throw. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
In motion left goes a tight end.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 6. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. A second down throw now for Mon.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Now Mon. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
A give running right, it's Hubbard.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Here's Mon. And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Mon looks to throw.
And that's complete to McCaffrey.
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
This ball caught by Strange.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Play action. It's Stidham. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. To throw is Stidham. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37.
Stidham now off the bootleg.
That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15.
On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. The kick by McManus is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Now Washington down by 6. A minute 45 to play. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10.
He's back to throw.
Connecting with Johnson. Second down, 8 yards to go.
Back to throw.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Forced out to his left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Umpire threw the flag. Usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities. But always, always making sure no one's holding.
He'll look to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Here's 1st down.
They'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Stidham's going to set up to throw this. Flushed out right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today...
Bitches wanna lie, the snitches wonder why. Snitches wanna die. All I know is pain, all I feel is rain. How can I maintain with madness on my brain? I resort to moving silence like you don't know what I style is. New York, the wildest. My dogs is with it. You want it? Come and get it. Took it, then we split it. Damn right we did it. What you gon' do when we run up on you? Messing with the wrong crew. Don't know what we going through. I'ma have to show how easily we. Let me find out there's some more that's running with Joe. Nothing we can't handle. Break it up and dismantle. Light it up like a candle. Just cause I can't stand you. Put my on tapes like you busting grapes. Think you holding weight and you haven't met the apes. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll. Yo, is y'all people crazy? Be swayzy, stop acting like a baby. Mind your business, lady. Nosy people get it too. When you see me spit at you, you know I'm trying to get rid of you. Yeah, I know it's pitiful. That's how get down. Watch my get round. Make you suckers kiss ground. Just for talking. Oh, you think it's funny? Then you don't know me, money. It's about to get ugly. Whatever, dog, I'm hungry. I guess you know what that means. Come up off that ravine. Don't make it a scene. Give a dog a bone. Leave a dog alone. Let a dog roam and he'll find his way home. Home of the brave. My home is the cave. And yo, I'm a slave to my home is the grave. I'm a poor paper.
Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. It's week 3 of the NFL preseason on EA Sports. The Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the New York Giants.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit CD at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior, whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and he's doing everything in his power to follow through.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense holds on the Knights' opening drive. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at my coach. Well, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, usually when you get a right-footed kicker on the right hash, his goal is to draw the ball back to the middle. But this time, it doesn't move at all. He ends up missing off to the right.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw going to be caught by Davis. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. Lawrence will throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Again, it's Lawrence. His throw incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, Lawrence. That is caught. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Lawrence to throw. Escaping, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was capped off by Trevor Lawrence taking it in himself. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. On the return, Tyrone Tracy. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Right back to Singletary on second down. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Tough spot here, third down and 11. Looking to throw, Ebert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Singletary again. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Ebert. Now the ball comes loose. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Throw, but he makes the catch. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. From 17 yards out. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. And New York set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. In motion left, Robinson. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Back to throw. Ebert. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays to go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and they will take over 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars take a 3-touchdown lead. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, it's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And it is now 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And the Giants ready to come out now. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Back to throw again. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
And he stopped immediately there.
It looked like they had the run stopped at the line of scrimmage, but the hand got up into the face mask, and the officials, they were looking for it. They spotted it.
It's an easy call, too, when it's right in front of them. You see that neck twist just a little bit, and that's enough to draw the flag.
On first down, Lawrence. A throw left sideline, falls incomplete.
You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half.
Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
On first down, they stick with Singletary.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Here's the option.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for New York. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
Thomas has got it, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Now Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
From midfield now, Lawrence. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's got this down to the 35. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
They'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Lawrence.
Dancing to his left.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
A second and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. Play action. It's Lawrence.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
It's a throw again is Lawrence.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Looking to throw. Ebert. And that will be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together, as that brings up another 4th down.
Oh, he shifts past him. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He'll air this one out for Kirk. Oh, first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked up by Kirby Joseph. And the Giants are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up second down. Throwing Jones. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football, and the Jags grab it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through, and that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Following the fumble recovery, here's Stidham. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To the right side, incomplete to Washington. And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Robinson will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down. Now Jones. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It's the safety Antonio Johnson who dragged him down. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. Devin Lloyd, the one to get home and earn that sack.
But when this game is done, the credit will go to the consistent pressure on the quarterback as a huge cause of this win. Most teams are happy if they get a few of these games per year. You know they're going to watch this tape over and over, try to identify what's working and keep it going.
We call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, it's Stidham. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Stidham. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Now, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Jaguars are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. After the interception, here's Stidham. Open man, this is Brenton Strange, the tight end. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Stidham. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they certainly gave it an attempt. They had a diminutive receiver like this running through the land of giants in the middle of the field, but they couldn't find enough room to get him the football.
Now Stidham off play action. This ball caught by Strange. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They pass up the three, fake it. It doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
And sometimes pride wins, doesn't it? Because, yes, they're getting steamrolled here right now. They're down big, and they're going to try a fake field goal against them. Yeah, I'm not supposed to root, but good for them for stopping that one.
And oh, he coughed it up, and the Jags grab it. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Yeah, the Jaguars are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Second and goal from the 1. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. New York set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final? And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game.
Stidham looking to escape, but he'll go down. They got him. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, you realize that both sides of the ball were so dominant in this game. And on offense, not only did they score it, but they did it through the air as well as on the ground. Everything was working.
And you know that the guys who scored the touchdowns, who contributed that way, that threw them or ran them, they're going to find our cameras and have a big grin for them. I hope our cameras find that offensive line. How versatile were they? Move the ball on the ground, move people so they could run it, and then protected their passers so they could throw it.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it for shouty, he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, before I sat down. Still miles, money stacked tall and shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling,
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.